for this video, we are going to talk about rational root theorem. So rational root theorem is a theorem that provides a complete list of roots like this. Okay, and then here are the steps in applying the rational root theorem and getting the roots of the given polynomial function. So first, we need to arrange the given polynomial in descending order. So when we say descending order, it is from highest to lowest. And then the second step is we need to write all the factors of the constant term which will be represented by the variable p. So pag sinabi natin constant term, ito yung term sa polynomial function na walang kasamang variable. And then the third rule or the third step is we need to write down all the factors of the leading coefficient and it will be represented by the variable q. And then the fourth rule is we need to write down all the possible values of p over q and simplify if needed. And then lastly, we need to evaluate the given polynomial using the computed values of p over q. If the answer is 0, therefore the value is a root of the given polynomial function. So let us see this example below and we will solve that in our board. So the given polynomial function, which is example number 1 in your module is, so we need to find the roots of f of x is equal to x cubed plus x squared minus 3x minus 3. So the first rule is we need to arrange the given polynomial in descending order. According to this given, it is already arranged in descending order. So from the third degree to the constant degree, it is already arranged. Now let us move on to the second step, which is we need to write down all the factors of the constant term, which will be represented by the variable p. So, when we say factors, sila yung mga number na pinag-multiply. Ang constant term sa given natin is negative 3. Okay? So, ang possible factors niyan ay 3 and 1 lang. Okay? 3 times negative 1, the answer is negative 3. And then, negative 1 times 3, the answer is negative 3. So, the factors will be positive negative 1, and then positive negative 3. Kasi pareho silang magkasama. Negative 1 times positive 3, that is negative 3. And then positive 1 times negative 3, that is negative 3. So therefore, para hindi na kayo mahirapan, kunin nyo na lang yung factor ni 3 and then lagyan nyo ng positive negative. Kasi it will be included lahat ng sign. Mapa-positive and mapa-negative. And then the next step, let's move on. We need to write or list down the factors of the leading coefficient. So in this case, the leading term is this, x cubed. Ang coefficient niya ay 1. Okay? Positive 1. So therefore, walang ibang factor yung 1 kundi positive negative 1. Kasi 1 times 1, that is 1. Negative 1 times negative 1, that is 1. Either way, just write the factor and then pakilagyan na lang ng positive and negative na sign para hindi na kayo maguluhan or para hindi na kayo malito. And then, the fourth step is we need to write down all the possible values of p quantity q. So, pagsasamahin na natin sila. So, sorry, it's not quantity, no? P over q. I said quantity a while ago. So, it should be P over Q. So, pakisulat lang lahat ng factors na nakuha natin kanina. Lalagyan lang natin ng fraction bar. So, the values or factors of the constant term, which is your P, is positive, negative 1. And I have positive negative 3. And we need to make a fraction over it. So, yung Q natin is positive negative 1. And then, sabi dito, we need to simplify if needed. How do we simplify this? Kailangan po natin siyang i-divide. So, ang mangyayari, we need to divide this, and then this one. Okay? So, 1 divided by 1. Obviously, the answer is 1 and pakilagyan na lang ng positive and negative. Okay? Don't be confused with the signs. Okay? Isipin nyo, numbers lang yung kinocompute nyo. So, and then the other one, we have 3 divided by 1. That is positive, negative 3. So, right after that, sabi, we need to evaluate the given polynomial using the computed values of P over Q. If the answer is 0, therefore, the value is the root of the given polynomial function. So, itong na-compute natin na value ni P over Q, we need to expand this. So, imbis na ganyan yung isulat natin, we need to take note that it is 1, negative 1, 3, and negative 3. So, these numbers are what we will be using in evaluating the given polynomial. And this will be the numbers that we are going to use to find the root of the given polynomial function. So, right after natin ma-expand yung na-compute natin na value ng P over Q, kanina, we will evaluate each of this value by substituting it to the given polynomial. So, unahin na natin si 1. Okay? Tapos dito si negative 1. And then dito si 3. And then dito si negative 3. So when we evaluate, of course, we need to substitute these values, these 4 values to all the x's here in the polynomial function. So it will become f of 1 is equal to, kasya ba? So I'm just going to move this. So f of 1 is equal to 1 cubed plus 1 squared minus 3, quantity 1 minus 3. So it will be like this, no? F of 1, 1 cubed, that is 1, plus 1 squared, that is 1, negative 3 times 1, that is negative 3 minus 3. And then continuously compute for the answer. So 1 plus 1, that is 2, minus 3, that is negative 1, minus 3, that is negative 4. Okay. So, sa 1, ang nakuha natin ay negative 4. According sa rule natin in rational root system, if the answer is 0, therefore, that number that you substituted is a root of the given polynomial function. So, automatically, si 1, hindi na siya kasama kasi hindi 0 yung final answer. Right after natin sinubstitute. So, hindi siya kasama sa mga possible na roots ng given polynomial natin. So, delete na natin siya. And then the next one, let us test if negative 1 is a root of the given polynomial. Substitute lang natin f of negative 1 and then negative 1 cubed plus negative 1 squared minus 3 times negative 1 minus 3. So, f of negative 1, we have negative 3 cubed, that is negative 1. Okay, plus negative 1 squared, that is 1. Negative 3 times negative 1, that is positive 3. And then we have minus 3. And then f of negative 1. Negative 1 plus 1, that is 0. Okay, plus 3, that is 3. 3 minus 3, that is 0. Therefore, we can say that negative 1 is a root of the given polynomial function. Okay, so kasama si negative 1 sa root. How about the third one, which is 3? So, substitute lang ulit natin. F of 3, this is 3 cubed plus 3 squared minus 3, quantity 3 minus 3. So it will be 3 cubed is equal to 27 plus 3 squared, that is 9. Negative 3 times 3, that is negative 9 minus 3. And then we have 27 plus 9, that is 30. How about 36? 36 minus 9. 36 minus 9, that is, so 27 plus 9, 36 minus 9. So 27 minus 3. That is 24. So the answer here is 24. Therefore, 3 is not included to the roots of the given polynomial function. So pwede na natin siyang i-delete. How about negative 3? So let's evaluate. So f of negative 3 is equal to negative 3 cubed plus negative 3 squared minus 3 times quantity negative 3 minus 3. And then we have negative 3 cubed, that is negative 27, plus negative 3 squared, that is 9. Negative 3 times negative 3, the answer is positive 9 minus 3. And then the next negative 27 plus 9, the answer is negative 18. Negative 18 plus 9, the answer is negative 9. Minus 3, the answer is negative 12. So therefore, hindi pa din 0 yung nakuha natin. Hindi included si negative 3 sa roots ng polynomial function na given. Therefore, ang nag-equal lang or ang root lang ng given polynomial function is si negative 1. If we are going to write our answer, it can be like this, no? The roots. So it can be more than 1 kasi. So, kaya may slash and then may s. The roots of the given polynomial function is negative 1. And negative 1 lang kasi yung naka-satisfy doon sa rule niya. So negative 1 is the roots of the given, is the root of the given polynomial function. Let us solve another example. Let's say we will solve for the root or roots of this polynomial function. Let's say we have f of x is equal to x squared plus 2x minus 1. So again, the first rule is to make sure that the given polynomial function is in descending order. In the given, it is already in descending order. Okay, from the second degree up until the constant term. And then we now move on to our second step, which is to list all the factors of the constant term, which will be represented by the variable p. So the constant term is negative 1. The possible factors are just positive negative 1. Yun lang yung factor niya. Kasi 1 times 1, that is 1. And then the third step, sabi, we need to list down all the factors of the leading coefficient. In this case, ang leading coefficient or ang leading term kasi natin is x squared. Ang leading coefficient ay 1. So the leading coefficient will be represented by the variable q. Ang factors lang ng 1 is positive negative 1. And then right after that, we need to write down all the possible values of p over q. So we just need to combine the factors of the constant term and the leading coefficient into a fraction. So positive negative 1 all over positive negative 1. So this, we need to simplify this by dividing. So 1 divided by 1, the answer is positive negative 1. Therefore, we need to expand this. Ang itetest lang natin by evaluation is 1 and negative 1. Okay, so we can erase everything except this 2. So ito lang yung dalawang numbers na gagamitin natin to evaluate the polynomial function and to find the roots. So dito sa side na to yung 1 and then dito yung negative 1. Let's test which among these numbers will be the root or roots of the given polynomial function. So, substitute the number to all the x's in the polynomial function. So, we have f of 1 is equal to 1 squared plus 2 times 1 minus 1. So, f of 1 is equal to 1 times 1, that is 1. Okay, 1 squared is 1 times 1. Positive 2 times 1, that is positive 2. And then minus 1. F of 1, we have 1 plus 2, that is 3 minus 1, that is 2. Therefore, 1 is not a root of the given polynomial function kasi hindi naging 0 yung answer. How about negative 1? So, f of negative 1 is equal to negative 1 squared plus 2 times quantity negative 1 and then minus 1. So f of negative 1, we have negative 1 squared, that is 1. Positive 2 times negative 1, that answer is negative 2 minus 1. So f of negative 1, we have 1 minus 2. The answer is negative 1 minus 1. The answer is negative 2. So, either of the two numbers, there is no root. No? Kasi hindi naging 0 yung answer right after nating i-evaluate. Therefore, we can write our answer like this. There is no roots. They both did not satisfy the theorem, which is the rational root theorem. Therefore, you can just write there is no root or roots for this polynomial function.